The DC universe is expanding, and it's time for the Green Lantern Corps to get their justice. Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Derek K, the Review, back again with another video. So we got our first trailer for Lanterns. It stars Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre as Hal Jordan and John Stewart, former Green Lanterns of the Green Lantern Corps. And I could say, you know what? Okay, we actually have both Green Lanterns in the mix. But the way this show was announced, I was like a little bit confused because the story for this one is that Hal Jordan and John Stewart, new recruit, is actually being trained into the Green Lantern Corps while they're trying to unravel a mystery in a small town, which, okay, but where's the space stuff? Something I'm starting to realize with this whole DC universe is the fact that, okay, the Green Lanterns, they're the characters where I feel like, okay, well, they got the little bit of a small end of the stick here where, yeah, we tried an attempt in 2011 with Ryan Reynolds. That movie didn't work with people. I kind of haven't watched it in years, and I'm like, yeah, I still remember not liking it. The animated series that came out on Cartoon Network, that was like, oh, this is how you actually do the Green Lanterns in this, because, and I'm gonna be that one kid, and I feel like I'm not the only one because I did kind of ask people about this. Starting out, what was your first introduction to Green Lantern? Because if I'm gonna be honest, John Stewart, he was my Green Lantern in the Justice League animated series. And at the time when I heard that they were doing a Green Lantern movie, I said, oh, we're gonna see John Stewart, and it was Ryan Reynolds, Hal Jordan, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm confused. Did they just change races all of a sudden? Because I feel like that's not Green Lantern. A benefit about watching all these things at 5 is that you don't have the information to hear about the stories. And seeing Justice League Unlimited and Justice League at 5 years old said, yeah, let me study up on these characters because I knew the mains. Green Lantern was like John Stewart was my Green Lantern the same way some people saw Wally West as their Flash, not Barry Allen. It's one of those common facts I have with people, and it's funny that I'm like, I'm not the only one who thought this. And it's one of those, canon events. As for this show, one of the weirdest things is that I heard that this is going to be a more grounded Green Lantern show where I thought, okay, with Peacemaker, okay, I can give you the benefit of doubt with that one. Something like Clayface, I'm like, it feels like it's more a little bit downscaled, but a little bit more CGI heavy because you have dealing with Gotham in a sense. For Green Lantern, it's one of those weird cases where I thought, okay, yes, space cops, but you have them doing actual cop stuff on Earth, where I know they're protected of Section 2814. But we'll see because I know that Sinestro's cast for this series, and something tells me Sinestro's not just going to be an Earth threat. Will the name of the Green Lanterns be actually redeemed in the DC universe? We'll see after this, so let's get to the trailer.
With all due respect, we've been training for what, 2 months? And I haven't even worn the ring yet.
Don't get hung up on the jewelry, Junior. You're just a fucking substitute teacher.
Oh yeah, I
Ready to
forget.
get up
The
front
show is
class
also
jewelry
rated R too,
sexual.
which is a weird take.
All right.
I could have died.
You want me to train you? I'm training you. Something is off here. I can feel it.
This is my town. You're a big shot. Noted.
Has a little bit of a Yellowstone feel to it.
But stay the fuck out of my way.
Think she hates your guts.
It's the way she hates them.
This is a stupid plan.
Not that stupid.
That I don't doubt. The Green Lanterns.
There's the suit.
Is to
Not the
protect.
color suit, but not even sure about that.
We both know I do a better job of this than you.
This is my job. As long as I'm alive, that ain't changing. So take a deep breath, Junior.
You're old. You're tired.
It's almost like I can see what they're trying to hide with the effects, because it would be an effect there.
Your time is up.
I don't understand. Who are you exactly?
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
Have you ever talked with the other Lanterns?
I'm the only human. They're aliens. One of them's a fucking squirrel.
Badge. That's kind of a sweet mention, though. There might be a reason they decided to call this just Lanterns, because there's no green anywhere in sight. I feel like that's going to be a little bit of the complaints with this trailer because I feel like, okay, we have a small detective story, but putting Green Lanterns in the mix where I feel like, yeah, people are expecting to see like the lantern, not just the ring itself, but also them transform into Green Lanterns, them actually wearing the costumes. And also something I realized, yeah, a lot of comic fans or at least fake fans are going to be saying this, like, why is Hal Jordan's costume hanging on a rack in a closet? Where I'm like, you know, the ring actually has a version of the suit. He actually has other suits, right? And the fact that it looks brownish, but also, I'm not gonna lie, maybe it's just me because I want to at least reach to a couple things. People saying because of the grain of the show and the way it looks, I'm not even sure if it's just brown or if it's just yellow. Because let me just say, we have old Hal Jordan. He went through all the adventures, which is something I'm not even sure is starting to become a good thing within these movies. Like the same way I see aged up Hank Pym is the same way I see aged up Hal Jordan. Hank Pym was my man. That was the character I knew first, and I learned a lot of in the comics. But when I saw that they actually did the movie version and it was going to be Scott Lang, I thought, oh, so they're doing the second Hal. That's not going to make any sense to me. But with Hal Jordan actually being old, I could kind of say is like, yeah, it's a cool idea, a couple of years later in the DC universe. But if you're like introducing him and John Stewart in this whole thing, I'm like, why not just have them be the same age? We have Guy Gardner out there doing his thing in Superman, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not supposed to see Hal Jordan as like older than Guy Gardner. I'm supposed to be seeing like Guy Gardner around them around the same age. Where I'm like, okay, they're all goofballs in the same way. Oh, this is my sector, but also funny enough, the way in the trailer he says, I haven't talked to any of the humans of the Green Lantern Corps, tells me yeah, they're at least giving that little bit of canon lore. Guy Gardner's supposed to show up in the series too, which, yeah, hopefully he ends up wearing that Justice League jacket. But either enough, I feel like, okay, since we have that thing, where okay, there are costumes, and they actually did kind of show that not just the ring costume, but also the costume you wear is part of the Green Lantern Corps. I wonder if they're actually going to do a thing or a sequence where instead of Guy Gardner wearing like the Max Lord jacket in Superman, he's actually going to use his Green Lantern ring to actually give him his actual costume. And that's the thing I kind of want to see too, because the fact that John Stewart has been the character, I'm like, okay, he was going to be reintroduced in Zack Snyder's Justice League movies, but since Warner Brothers said, oh no 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 no, we can't do that. We actually have another Green Lantern movie on the way, so don't even use that post credit scene. Matter of fact, throw this in the garbage because we feel like it might be a tax write off. It would have been amazing to see what a Green Lantern would have looked like in the DCEU, but hopefully James Gunn and everybody can actually do it well for the DCU because I feel like, okay, with Guy Gardner, you kind of proved to me that you actually understand a little bit of the Green Lantern Corps. But the one thing I feel like is one of those things where I'm not even sure if it's VFX wise, but I feel like the same way you see characters like Superman actually have that little boost when they fly, I wonder if Green Lantern's gonna have that thing where he's actually gonna be flying, but he's got to have that green energy around it because I feel like that has to be a little thing that the DCU would explore. But it's one of those, yeah, I don't want to see another person fly, but not have like the green hue around them. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.